when comedians on the radio would start off by saying, I had a terrible journey getting here.
Get serious, wasn't it?
If you started off that way, well, I can start that way because East Lancashire Road is in Kent. Anyhow, that's nothing to do really with the region. Where did I go? Yes, I wonder now. Sometimes I forget things, you know. But no, I went to St Gerard's, Castle Vale, Birmingham. Now, one thing I must warn you about, in a sense, is, do you remember I said, I think some time ago, I can't remember now, perhaps 2 or 3 years ago, it might be useful to, if you can find out something about the area to which you're going, you see. Mind you, our team wouldn't have been able to do that because our team consisted of 12, but only 2 of us were from this country. And the rest were from Ireland. I got the list. So they wouldn't have been able to find anything out about Castle Vale in Birmingham. But the reason I'm warning you is about that. I'm quite sincere in saying, you know, if you can find out, but make sure that it's fact and not fiction. Because I made the mistake last year, of thinking about Birmingham before I went, and thinking, oh yes, you know, it'll be like Manchester, you know, I'd done the year before and gone round for an hour or so every time visiting, and took an hour before I met a white person. And I thought it was going to be like that. And then when I got the thing, you know, with all the team and so on, and it mentioned the parish priest. Well, I nearly dropped because it said parish priest, Father Soji Matthew O'Kifika. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be worse than Manchester because the parish priest isn't British here. No, he wasn't, but he was so nice. Oh yes, and you could see he'd only been there barely 2 years, but you can tell he was loved by the people. And it wasn't that sort of place anyhow. This was, you see, as I say, surmises can be wrong. And I just surmised that it was going to be like, you know, the Manchester parish had been in the year before. And I was expecting that sort of thing. But then when I got there and found out within the first day or two what it was entirely different. So this is why I say beware of going with misconceptions, so to speak, you know, ideas that are not actually right. Because as I say, I went that way, I must admit. You know, I think I've learned a lesson every time I've been on PPC. You know, either not to do something or to do something. It's amazing, you know. But no, the history of the parish was that before the war, that was not there. And Birmingham had extended to just up to there. But Castle Vale, no. In the war, the RAF commandeered that land, which is now the parish of Castle Vale, and turned it into an RAF airfield, where, of course, they had planes, you know, taking troops here, there, and everywhere, you see. And then, when the war had ended and things had settled down, the RAF didn't want that airfield because Birmingham had a passenger airfield another side of Birmingham altogether. So the land was obviously, I suppose, sold to builders, and they built Castle Vale, you see. So it was only dating back 50 years or so, you know, sort of a modern almost area of Birmingham. And so it was not populated by a tremendous number of non-British or non-Brummies, as they would say. They call them Brummies, you know. And so, as I said, but I found that there were some Indian people there in that parish, and Father Sanji, yes, I think is it Sanji, well, however, I can't pronounce this. He had everything so wonderfully organised for us. It was amazing. You know, cars to take us to where we were to go each morning and afternoon and evening, and there to bring us back. Yes, he'd done a wonder. And then, of course, the ladies, the different ladies with food at different times and so on, marvellously well organised. And you see, but he seemed to be dealing not just with the few Indian people that were in that parish, but on the second Saturday of the month he went to West Bromwich, and they had a convention that I think had been brought about by him, actually, for the Indian people that were anywhere within, you know, distance of getting there. But for the Year of Mercy, which of course we did a great deal of concentration on in our visiting, by the way, but for the Year of Mercy, he had the third Tuesday of the month was very special in that parish, and devotions and confessions and so on that Tuesday, third Tuesday of each month. So yes, we did concentrate a great deal actually in going round on the Year of Mercy. We mentioned it at quite a number of houses we visited, and well, obviously we were doing what we always do in PPC, encouraging them to come to the Mass on the Friday evening, and we got quite a number of you know, yes, you know, we'll come and so on. And then when Friday night came, I'm afraid it was just like almost any Friday night in the parish, really, you know. So I've not got a successful, if you like, story that as Andrew had, and success stories. But then we don't really necessarily have to measure the success of a PPC by all the number of successes that we would call successes. We don't know what goes on in people's minds when we've gone home. You know what I mean? And so I'm not discouraged, in spite of the fact that I was envious of Matthew's report, because I can't, you know, give a success as successful as that. But as I say, I'm not discouraged, because the Holy Spirit works in different ways, and though if anybody's not been on PPC and is thinking of going, well, certainly go, because the Holy Spirit will do the work in a sense that perhaps you can't do, you know. Thank you.